Write the answer each of the following. First question. What is the name of horizontal and the vertical lines drawn to determine the position of any point in the Cartesian plane? So the answer is, these are named as the x-axis and the y-axis respectively. Clear? The name of each part of the plane formed by these two lines. These are known as quadrant. Question number 3. Write the name of the point where these two lines intersect. These lines intersect at the origin. Question number 2. See figures and write the following.
My dear student, here exercise 3.2, it's the question number 2. This is the figure we are given. You can find here x-axis, right? And this is our y-axis, fine? Now in that first question we are asked the coordinates of B. B point lies here in the second quadrant, okay? What are the coordinates? How to decide? We need to find the abscissa is -5 here and ordinate is 2. That's why the coordinates of B will be -5, 2. Clear to you? So this point is located here -5, 2. Second question we are asked the coordinates of C point. You can see C point lies in a fourth quadrant. And as you know that fourth quadrant is having positive abscissa and negative ordinates. So according to this, if we work out, then the coordinates of this C point will be 5, -5. Got it? So this is the coordinate of C point. Fine. Third question, the point identified by the coordinates -3, -5. Okay, the point, which point we are given here? -3, -5. So my dear student, here abscissa is also negative and ordinate is also negative. So it must lies in a third quadrant. Fine. So where we can locate, you can see here -3 from x-axis and -5 from y-axis. So my dear student, the answer is E point. The name of that point is E point. This is the answer for the third question. Let's move with the fourth question. The point identified by the coordinates 2, -4. Fine. 2, -4 indicate that abscissa positive and ordinate negative. Abscissa positive, ordinate negative means this point must lie in a fourth quadrant. Fine. So where to locate this point? You can see 2 from x-axis and -4, this is from here y-axis. So my dear student, this point we are clearly not, it is visible, but that point is G we are given in the book. So let's note down the answer for fourth question is G. Clear to you? Now work out on the fifth question. The abscissa of the point D. Okay, where's the point D? Just find it. Point D is in a first quadrant, and of course we need to write the abscissa. Abscissa is related to x coordinate, that is 6 here. Fine. That's why the abscissa for D point is 6. 6 is the answer. Next question, the ordinate of the point H. Where is the point H? H lies in a third quadrant. Fine. So my dear student, we need to write the ordinate here. Ordinate of H. Ordinate is related to y-axis. So my dear student, you can find it here that we are given. If you note down this, then this point is located here and that is -3. That's why, my dear student, the ordinate of h will be minus 3. This point is minus 3. Let's move with the next question, that is seventh question. What it says, the coordinates of point L. Where is point L? You just observe the point L, it lies here somewhere. You can see point L lies on y-axis. Of course, the point when lie on y-axis, its the x-axis point means abscissa will be considered as 0. So the coordinates of this point which lie on y-axis, so it is 0, 5. The answer for L is 0, 5. Clear to you? Let's move with the next. One more question is with us. The coordinates of the point M. Now, where is point M? Point M lies on x-axis. Fine. So, my dear student, we have to write the coordinates of point M. This point lies on x-axis. So, you can see its a y coordinate will be 0. So, my dear student, here this point is located here. So, its a coordinates will be minus 3, 0. So, all these questions answered which we are asked in question number 2, all clarified through this. Let's see the written solution now. So, my dear student, here exercise 3.3 is in front of you, which is quite easy. Fine. What is the question? In which quadrant or on which axis do each of the point minus 2, 4, 3, minus 1, minus 1, 0, 1, 2 and minus 3, minus 5 lie? Verify your answer by locating them on the Cartesian plane. Very easy, right? Now you can see on your screen points I have mentioned in a tabular form. We are going to show it nicely. Now here two options I have mentioned, whether the point lies in a quadrant or on axis. Fine. So dear student, according to the sign of the coordinates, we can say they lie in which quadrant? As you know that here minus 2, 4, minus plus. Of course, minus plus they lie in second quadrant. So please note down this is second quadrant. Fine. Next 3, minus 1. Plus minus. Plus minus. Plus minus always in fourth quadrant. Please remember, plus minus this lies in a fourth quadrant. Next, minus 1, 0. Dear student, minus 0 in that 0 is connected here. So when 0 is connected with any of the coordinates, then they must lie on axis. Okay. Now on which axis? How to decide? As here y coordinate is 0, that's why this point minus 1, 0 will lie on x axis. Fine. But as it is minus, so we can mention for better clarification that it lies on x dash axis, because we know that x dash axis is itself indicating the negative axis. Fine. Now 1, 2. 1, 2 all the way, plus 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 always in a first quadrant. Fine. Now dear student, minus 3, minus 5, you can see abscissa minus 3, ordinate minus 5. Abscissa and ordinate both are minus in third quadrant. So please write down this is in third quadrant. Fine. So in a tabular form we have shown this thing nicely. Now same thing we are going to put it on a graph paper. That is, we are showing this thing in a Cartesian plane. Same points we are going to locate through the graph. Let's see. Now we are going to locate this given 5 points on a graph paper, as graph paper is in front of your screen. First of all, let's draw x-axis. Fine. So you can see here, this is x-axis horizontal line, which is quite easy to draw. Straight line that we call x-axis. Fine. So I am drawing it this x-axis, and dear student, this side you need to mention this is x and this is x dash. Fine. Now let's draw the y-axis. Fine. Horizontal line is x-axis, vertical line is y-axis. So I am drawing it from here. This is y-axis. So let me draw it. Fine. So this is y-axis and I am mentioning here this is y and this is y dash. Is it clear? I hope you have done up to here. Now, as we know that we need to mention the intersecting point of this line, both of this line, that is both of this axis is origin O. Okay. So let me write down first all the right side of the point. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fine. This side it will be -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8. One by one, please go with that. And some more points. Let's note down here on y-axis. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. This below x-axis -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, and so on. Fine. Now, dear student, let's locate the first point on a graph paper. See how to do. Now, first point we are given is -2, 4. Fine. -2 on x-axis and 4 on y-axis. -2 from here and 4 will be from here. So this point indicate that this is -2, 4. You can see here. Let me locate and mention it -2, 4. First point. Second point we are given 3, -1. Of course, it will lie in fourth quadrant. 3 is on x-axis and -1 will be in on y-axis. So it will lie somewhere here. That is 3, -1. Fine. Let me call this point as an A point. This point I am considering first point, A point. This I am considering as a B point. Fine. So it will be easy for us to remember. The third point we are given is -1, 0. Dear student, it will lie on x-axis, so it is -1. X-axis, y coordinate will be 0. So that point we need to locate it here on the x-axis. So this point is -1, 0, and let me call it, it is C point. Fine, this is C point I am considering. Next point we are given 1, 2. So my dear student, 1, 2, it must lie in a first quadrant because abscissa and ordinate both are positive, plus plus. So here 1, 2 lie here. So let me write it here 1, 2. And of course this point will be called D point. Here to you, this is D point. Now one more point is there -3, -5. You can see in that both of their -3 abscissa and -5 ordinate. Both are negative, so they must lie in a third quadrant. So here it will be -3, -5. Let me call this is the fifth point, E point. So A, B, C, D, E, They are the different point which we are asked to locate on a graph paper. I hope the full question is clear to you. Complete question number 1. So, my dear student, here exercise 3.3, it's a question number 2. Plot the points x, y given in the following table on the plane, choosing suitable units of the distance on the axis. Fine. Now you can see what we are given as a tabular form. First we are drawing it first, okay? And while drawing we need to decide before we proceed for the graph. Actually, whatever we are given, all these points, they will lie in approximate which quadrant. At least we should get the idea, and according to that we can draw the graph, which will be quite easy for us to draw the graph afterwards. So here we can see 5 different points are given. So I am mentioning this is first, second here, third, this fourth and fifth. All of you also draw this line graph along with me, so it will be easy for you to understand all these nicely, right? As usual, we are given here x-axis, this is y-axis. The coordinate of x-axis, first we are given -2, then it is 8, -1, then 7, 0, then -1.25, 1, and here it is 3, and here 3 and -1. So my dear student, here we need to locate which point we need to locate on a graph paper. So dear student, we need to locate and let's discuss also. We need to locate -2,8 first point, -1,7 second point, 0, -1.25 third point, 1, 3 fourth point, and 3, -1, that is fifth point on a plane, on a Cartesian plane. This point we need to locate on a graph paper or on a Cartesian plane. Clear to you? So let's see how to go with that. Okay, so be ready how to locate, which is quite easy. So my dear student, here you can see we need to locate these 5 points on a graph paper. Now just observe, -2,8 minus plus, it will lie in second quadrant, -7 again in second quadrant, 0, -1.25, that will also in second quadrant. No, it will lie on axis, okay? That will lie on y-axis because of 0 is connected with that. 1, 3, it will lie in first quadrant as it is positive, and of course 3, -1, it will lie in fourth quadrant. Fine. So dear student, according to that, let's work out and let's draw the graph. Okay. So first of all, what I am going to do, I am going to draw this y-axis here. This is my y-axis. I am drawing it here, and let me write it. This is my y-axis. Fine. And dear student, here I am writing, here I am drawing x-axis little bit downwards. Okay. Reason behind that, if I draw from here, then also it's okay, because we have to move up to 8. So it will be easy for us to work out according to that. So dear student, I am writing it here. This will be here. The third point is -1,7. -1,7, that we will find here. So it will be easy quite. So I am drawing, this is x-axis. Fine. So this is my x-axis, horizontal line I have drawn here. Let me say this is x-axis. So I am mentioning this is x-axis, This side it is x dash, right? And this is y dash. And the horizontal line and vertical line where it is intersecting, that is ordinate O. Okay, that is origin O. Now, as in the scale I am choosing 1 unit, fine. That's why I am mentioning it here. With that, here I am locating this point. Let me call this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this side it is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7. This side 1 unit I am choosing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so on. This side -1, -2 up to there. Okay. So dear student, let's start locating the first point, -2, 8. Where it will lie? -2, 8. It will lie -2 from x-axis and 8 will be here. So the location of this point will be here, -2, 8. Right? So I am mentioning it here, -2, 8. Second point, -1, 7. Again, it will lie in second quadrant. -1, x-axis, 7 is here on y-axis. So, the second point, -1, 7 will be there. Now, dear student, next point, 0, -1.25. So, as it is, it will lie on axis. But on which axis? As the x coordinate 0, that's why this point will lie on y-axis. Okay. So, y-axis it is having negative, so it will lie on y dash axis. So, where to locate? So, dear student, here it will be 0 from x-axis, -1 and -2. Between -1 and -2, there are, you will find here darker line between -1 and -2, that is -1.5. So my dear student, between -1.5, here you need to mention the half of that also, that is -1.25. So this point is we call 0, -1.25. Please note down properly this point. Next point is 1, 3. Of course, 1, 3 abscissa 1, ordinate 3. So here it will lie in first quadrant. 3, -1 plus minus 3, -1 will lie in fourth quadrant. So this point is 3, -1. So dear student, here you can see all the 5 required points we have located on a graph paper. Let me give the naming to it for better understanding. So the first point is here, A point I am mentioning here. Here it is B point I am mentioning. This point was C point. Here I am mentioning C point. Then 1, 3, this is D point, and this is the last E point I am mentioning here. So this is the complete location of a graph, this point on a graph paper. I hope it's clear to you.